Right, so guys, this is a trade that I've been taking for quite some time. So here's the thing: the XTI for me, it's a bit bullish, though. Yeah, we'll be able to see some resistance. Remember, this is a bullish market, so you will be able to see the market coming down to this level. Let me see if I can draw it again. Moving to this level. That is, if you're using smart money concept, where you see like the COH, that is chalk, change of character. So when you see this, you know that the market, this is the last zone that we had. So you expect like the market to be moving like in a, it will come, test that level, move, come again, test the same zone, move, something of the sort. So this is the kind of moment that we are kind of expecting in the market. We might be able to see some resistance around this zone, or even a consolidation before like another push to the upside. Looking at these candlesticks over here, looking at this candlestick over here, this kind of movement kind of shows me that there is some order blocks that was left over here. So I'm going to expect like the market will be able to move up to collect some order blocks around this zone before we see another drop to the downside just a little, and then we see another push to the upside. Remember, XTI USD has also been on a downside for quite some time, so we need to expect some balance in the market. And yeah, so that is for XTI USD. Basically, you can see this is what is happening. This is like one of the lowest zones, and we should be expecting the market to even get higher to this zone over here, around even 175. Then see it come to 179. See if it can create a balance to around 183, something of the sort. So basically, that is my thought when it comes to this one. So yeah, so that is for XCI. So we also have the FR40. So FR40, if you can look it up in a higher time frame, you notice that this is like, it has been on an upward movement for quite some time. And in as much as we've had, like, if you are like someone who always uses the smart money concept, we have seen these, which we've seen these change of characters around this zone, some of this zone being taken out and the market coming to the downside. But we noticed that the moment it came to this level over here, it did not take out this zone. So we still assume that it might be on an upward trend just a little before it actually decides to move to the downside. So what I'll be looking for, let me see if I can, so what I'll be looking, what I'm looking out for is, you can see like this pattern over here. Hope it won't really disrupt. This pattern over here creating like a double bottom. This one over here, a double bottom. Then we saw a push to the upside. So what I'm waiting is to see the reaction of this market around this zone over here. How it will react around this zone is going to show me, it will prove to me if it's going to come down and break this zone over here. Remember, it wasn't able to break this zone over here, so we might see some consolidation around these two zones, the supply zone and the demand zone, before it actually drops to the downside. So for me, I took like a buy position because I thought that this was a good idea. And if you check clearly, I have like my stop loss moving with me. So just in case the market does not play as I think, or even as I had estimated, it will still hit my stop loss, but in profit, because I'm already in profit when it comes to that pair. So yeah, this is my stop loss above my buys. Okay, so the next pair was next year we've talked about. Now gold. Yeah, for me, gold, according to the analysis that I have been doing for quite some time, I like analyzing gold like for like a longer time frame, so that I can actually see what is happening in the market. So according to the analysis that I had done, that is in my computer though, kind of proves to me that gold should be on a downward trend for quite some time, and my target is around this zone over here. Let me quickly show you. This is my target. my targeted zones. Yeah, and this level over here where we saw some resistance, this was actually supposed to happen. We saw like the market push to there, get to this point, then it decided to push to the upside. But I still feel like gold is just going to sell, so that is why I'm holding on to my sell positions. And yeah, so yeah, it will have like some small buys, of course, but then long term I'm just waiting to see it around this zone that I marked around 1820, 1819, 1816. So I'll be holding to see if it will get first. The first place that I'm waiting to see it come to is around 1860, 1861. That is like one of the zones that I'm waiting to see gold come to. Okay, so that is gold in the DCHF. This is also one of the pairs. I actually made a video, I think a month ago, where I was telling people they should be looking for buy positions when it comes to this pair. And I've been taking buy positions, though it hasn't been a strong movement to the upside. The first take that I had like a buy position was around this zone, got to this level over here, and then we saw like some movement to the downside. So I had to close some positions, and then another one decided to come down again. I decided to take a buy position to this level, and another one. So right now what we have, you can see, let me see if I can have the brush. You notice that at this zone we have like some strong, this is a strong demand zone. The moment the market gets to this point, we see some push to the upside. Yeah, so the first move was a bit higher, but the second one wasn't higher than the previous one. So this is the second movement, but it has actually created a pattern which is a bit impressive. Yeah, this one created like a W. Those who like double bottom, some of you call it like a W or something of the sort. But this one also creates like a W, but you notice that with this one it's a bit inclined to the downside. So we wait to see the momentum of this market, if it's going to be stronger to beat this level. Remember, when the market did not take out this level, it had to come down to collect some more orders, some more buy orders, so that the market will be stronger moving to the upside. So that is what I expect on this market, and I'll be able to see if I can make something out of it. So yeah, I'm still adding more buys. My stop loss, you can see like I'm moving with my stop loss, and I have my TP around this zone. That is my first take profit around this zone over here. So yeah, you can even move it up or higher or even lower, but let me just keep it there. Yeah, so we'll be checking to see how the movement is. So basically those are the pairs that have been analyzing. The GJ, I think I've done this analysis, right? I think I've done this analysis, if I'm not wrong, where I've told you like we have like a double top, and we should be expecting some movement to the bottom to create like, let's assume, because this market has been on an upward trend for quite some time, and in a market, in as much as it has been like on a strong buy, we need to expect some balance in the market where we can see sellers coming in, buyers trying to push up, something of the sort. So it's a double top for me. I should be expecting some movement to the downside, which once it gets to this level, remember there was some action that was created around these two zones. Let me see if I can delete this is a lot of drawing. There's some actions created between this zone and this one, where we created like a supply zone and a demand zone. We noticed that once the market get to this point, it pushes to the upside, and once it gets to this point, we see like some sort of resistance. And when you study the candlesticks around this zone, you notice that some of them have like long wicks. So yeah, but you can still see that we have created like this level has been touched like twice. We should be expecting some movement to the downside to see if it will the reaction of the market once it lands to this point. If it manages to, if it will manage to break this zone to the downside, then this is my first target zone, or even this one over here. Yeah, so this will be my first targeted zone. But the kind of candlestick that will be used to cross this level over here is going to determine the kind of movement that you're going to have. If the market comes to this level but then you see like long wicks and not body, we should be careful. We should be careful and maybe just wait to see the reaction of the market around that zone, because it might be just creating some liquidity, something of the sort. So yeah, so we'll be able to wait and see the movement of the market around this zone. Once we have confirmed this zone, then we might consider, it might create a consolidation. In as much as right now we see it as a double top, it might decide to create like a consolidation, something of the sort, for quite some time before we see like a break either to the downside or to the upside. So consolidation will actually happen to create and to try and create like some balance in the market. It will be like a war between like buyers and sellers. So yeah, that is for the GJ. So I still hold on to my sales because I kind of feel like this market should be dropping anytime soon. Yeah, so mark, you guys can see like my lot size is pretty much small. So that is something that I do. I don't enter the market with a huge lot size. I try to enter with a small lot size. You notice that I'm just trading with 0.01, 0.02. Yeah, so yeah, so that is how I trade basically. That is my analysis for today. I hope that this video helped.